My bandwidth is low. I hope you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can. Great. I was supposed to have recorded this because I was supposedly going to still be on the plane, but I am actually in Cartagena, Colombia, in my hotel. And it was a wild ride because if you know anything about Cartagena, the guy picked me up in his car. We met a very sketchy character and picked up a certain organic material that I'm now addicted to. And all I have to say is, damn you, Juan Valdez. Start the show.
Let's go.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online. And though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Toby Maxwell.
plus funny songs from Zulu, and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Yay! Hi, everybody. I'm live. It's going to be weird. I'm going to be looking different ways because I have things in the wrong place, but I'm just happy to be here. So this plane landed at literally 7:48. I was through immigration in less than 5 minutes. Got in the car. He drove me here by 8:30, which is amazing when you look just like the leading cartel leader in town. They just let you right through it, just like him. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell, and we are joined by our favorite co-star, Steve Goodie, of course. Plus, this week, a special Am I Crazy with Carla Albrecht. Patti Vasquez is on assignment. And it's going to be actually crazy because this week we don't know if she's crazy or not, because usually Patti is crazy. Well, we also have an amazing show with almost a 40-year career in stand-up and radio and now podcasting. It's Toby Maxwell, everybody. Yay! And our musical guest, the lifelong sidekick for the legend himself and also a legend herself of Dr. Demeno. It's Sulu DeVoe. Sulu DeVoe, everybody. Yay! I should call you. Okay. So I wanted to start by saying that I was on a cruise with my family last week, and I realized the process is complete, everybody. Are you asking what process?
What process?
It's a process that's actually been complete for a long time, but I finally realized it fully this week. It's one of those life milestones that not everyone gets to, but you sure know when it truly hits. I think Kevin is in this and some of the others in here. As a child, think about when you're a child, you blithely go through life, never thinking about where food comes from, the heat, the light, if there's taxes owed. You know, Daddy, get the deluxe Disney Fast Pass for $400 a person, right? Then you get to high school and college and you get some responsibility. Maybe you're in charge for gas for your car, or you get together with your pals for beer and everyone throws in and they're, dude, don't puke until you give us another $5 for the buds, right? That happens. Then you get married, maybe. And you have a world where it's, you know, your family, you got your wife and your kid, and you provide for them. But when others see that, they really kind of let you go because you have a family. Then one day you notice when the check comes, nobody even flinches, it's coming to you. When an Uber needs to be summoned, your app. When everyone from your kids to their boyfriend to cousins to nephews to even your brother-in-law and his creepy kids from the other baby mama goes to the water park, they all walk right past the ticket counter and reach out their arms for the wristband that you paid for because no one else is buying. And that's where I am. The tab is on me, and they're all ordering a third drink. So welcome everybody to Brad Pays, except for you people. I'm not paying for you. So, but it's so weird to know that no matter what it is, I'm paying. Unless I'm at my mom's house, then I'm getting the steak and crab on her, baby. That's all there is to it. Okay. I just wanted to say that. I finally realized. Okay, let's start. Are you ready? Everybody, we just passed March 15th. Did you know that? Which leads me to say, beware the Ides of March. We don't know where that's from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which since Caesar was assassinated on March 15th, 44 BC, it has been connected to tragic events all throughout history on that exact day. This year, many are saying the catastrophe continues, as that is when I wrote these jokes. All right. Here we go. A man in Memphis said he was shot by his dog while laying in bed.
Yep.
Yep. Authorities say the dog was tired of the man. He was tired of the man taking the brand begging strips literally. I don't want to beg. Now, supposedly the dog jumped on the bed and his paw got stuck in the trigger and the gun went off. Yeah, that's a likely story since the woman that was with him left with the gun, but I don't know. So, a medieval bishop's ring from 800 years ago went up for auction and is expected to sell for more than $19,000. Is that wild?
Whoa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bishop's ring from 800 years ago. It was found in a field where it is speculated it fell off when a horse came one over in true across and knocked him over. Okay. When a horse came one over and two across and knocked him over.
It's a chess joke, people.
It's a chess joke, everybody.
I get it now.
He's a bit. You all wanted an altar boy molesting joke, didn't you? I knew it. I told him, Steve, if they're not molesting altar boys, it just doesn't go through. All right, I need a break.
Well, I suggested you do the Scrabble joke, and you wouldn't listen to me.
Well, Risk. I want to do Risk and have the world in it.
You just wanted to get over your chest.
A shopper in a convenience store, Mari Karen, 42, used her black belt in karate to kick and punch a would-be robber out of the store after he blithely came in and said, "I'm here to take your money to the clerk." The robber was later found that he had a gun in his left pocket and a knife in his right pocket, but luckily nothing useful in between. Yeah, y'all understood that one. There you go.
Good one.
I know, that was a good one.
There's hardly any chess in that one.
That sounds like a friendly fellow. Oh, hey, everybody. It's St. Patrick's Day, as we know. Which is why Patty's not here, because she's running all of Irish things in Chicago. It's St. Patrick's Day. And did you know that under European Union legislation, leprechauns are considered to be a protected species? Did you know that? Isn't that wild? Even though no one has ever actually seen one, you are prohibited from molesting them if you did see them. But don't worry, if you want, there is no EU rule against banging a gnome. Endless gnome banging. Come on, everybody. Okay, nobody cares about endless gnome banging. Okay.
I think they're used to the more common phrase all day gnome banging.
That's right, all day, yes.
You got to get it right if you can expect laughs. You got to get precise about this stuff.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't think anybody knew that the leprechauns were a protected species.
No. Maybe not.
American Sam Jones fled Australia after she was videoed grabbing a baby wombat from its mother and running away.
Oh, no.
It's crazy.
Trying to save it.
That's right. No, she was not trying to save it. She said that, but it was fine. After a firestorm of criticism, Miss Jones tried to say she thought she was rescuing the animal, but authorities said that Yahoo can't be serious.
Nah.
Furthermore, a wallaby put up between her and the animal from now on.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
Build that wall, wallaby. Okay.
No.
All right. That was a good one. Hey.
It was? Oh, yeah.
It was. Well, the first part was good.
Creative.
And hey, you're all lucky doing two more. Because I made it short this week. It's only 9 minutes.
Any more about
9 minutes in.
all day gnome banging? I'm looking forward to more of that.
No, come on. On with the show. And let the
They have that here in Cartagena, all day gnome banging. Oh, wait, recall, everybody. 75,000 bottles of International Delight Cinnabon and Hazelnut Creamer have been recalled after some customers complained they were spoiled and causing illness after being used. The company advises everyone to either throw out the product or drink their coffee on the toilet. By the way, that's Cartagena right there. I'm right here. Here's where I am. Oh, you can't see me. I'm right. Okay, where am I? I'm right. Okay, wait. Okay, who cares? All right, everybody. Joke of the week, and then I'm going to pause myself and go get dinner and watch the show later. Joke of the week. I find a setup and I write the punchline. This week, though, I kind of wrote this one myself. What do you call that guy who's always complaining at the beach?
What do you call that guy who's always complaining at the beach?
Son of a beach.
A sandbore.
Okay.
Yeah, Brad Tassell! Yeah. Okay.
The recorded version was better.
I'll play it later while you're at dinner.
Yeah, play me later while I go down and get my food.
That'll be great. Thank you, Brad Tassell. That was tremendous. Go get some food. You're lucky to be alive. Getting through customs that fast. That's amazing.
Well, I'll get rid of myself when you play your thing.
Okay, we're going to do this thing right now. St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Oh, that's right. It's St. Patrick's Day. And that has significant meaning for me. No, it doesn't. What's important to me is that I'm about to release my 39th album. That's right.
Wow.
I work on this stuff constantly. And once a year, I put the ones that don't suck too bad, and I put them together and make an album. And let's see. Last year, we came up with this, me and Chuck. This is The Adventures of Super Dork and Fangirl. As many of you know, some of you have this. Yay. That was last year. This year, the year before, it was How About Another Dumb Song from Steve for No Reason, which was taken directly from this show, as you know. The year before that is the soundtrack to Al, the Weird Tribute, and how Daniel Radcliffe got mixed up in this nonsense. I feel like I've used every name there is to use for CDs that I release. It's always difficult. So I'm using tonight's, we're going to use this as sort of a, focus group, figure out what the next CD ought to be called. So tonight's top 10 categories, top 10 titles that should be proposed titles for Steve's 39th album. Are you ready? Okay, number 10. Now with anti-skip technology. Number 9. Reasonably sufficient cowbell. Number 8, and I don't get this. Constipated moose. What does that have to It means nothing. Number 7. Red, white, and bleh. Tribute to the White House. Number 6. Hey, how about we don't encourage this behavior by buying this stupid thing? 39 of these things. These are the top 10 suggested titles for Steve's 39th album. Number 5. Well, us not buying them didn't stop him from making the first 38 ones. Top 10 suggested titles for Steve's 39th album. Number 4. All Day Gnome Banging. Hey. It happens when Brad pre-records his jokes. I get to do that. Number 3. I went on the White House tour and all I got was this lousy Tesla. I think that was a pretty good, I think.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Number 2. Fart noises with guitar. And the number 1 suggested title for my 39th album, The Artist Eventually Known as Somebody You've Heard Of. And the reason I bring that up is because, that's right, that's what it is. Look at that. Designed by our pal Chuck. Look at that. Just precious. Okay. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. I think it's time for Carla. Where are you, Carla? There you are. That doesn't help me. There you are. Hi, Carla.
Just follow your nose.
Yes, it can always sense that you've brushed your hair. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. I don't know what that means. It means nothing.
Congratulations on 39. That's
Thank you very much. I feel like I don't look a day over 34.
You're going to call it the Jack Benny album.
Only you and one other guy gets that. All right.
For those of us over 90.
Carla, you are gracious enough to fill in for our friend Patti while she's off doing things we're not allowed to discuss for legal reasons. So We're gonna do this little intro, and then you're gonna melt for us. I've decided not to do the crazy intro. We're gonna do the melt intro because I miss it. So here we go.
I was counting on the crazy.
You were?
I was.
Man, if there's one thing you think you can count on, it would be crazy, but you'd be wrong. Sorry, it's too late. I can't put it in there.
It's time for a Patti Melt.
Carl is crazy.
With Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing ass says, she's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
Is Carla crazy?
Is she crazy? Am I crazy? No. Just ask my 2 shrinks, my 13 former therapists, and my astrologer. The other day I said something weird and someone was like, were you dropped on your head as a baby? And I was like, actually. At the Christmas potluck, my babysitter came up to me and said, you know, I dropped you on your head when you were a baby. I don't think I needed to know that. You know, there are 8 billion other people on the planet you could have confided in. You didn't have to come help me. I hope you have assuaged your guilt because now I'm questioning everything. Like maybe I wasn't born cross-eyed. Maybe this explains why I flunked 8th grade. Maybe this explains why I have no impulse control.
I don't want to eat.
I don't have ADD. I have dropped on head syndrome. Maybe get some bracelets that say "dough." Dropped on head. Anyway, I told her, I said, well, listen, it was great seeing you. We should have lunch sometime with my lawyer.
Yeah.
I wasn't a very good babysitter, but I never dropped any kids on their heads. I've always, and I got the worst kids, y'all. And I'll tell you why. It was alphabetical discrimination. And I've always been upset by this because my last name starts with a U. So I was at the bottom of the babysitter list. And by the time they got to me, they were like, please, everybody else said no. Please, please. And I didn't know how to say no. So I was like, okay. And I'd get these kids, they were punching each other and they were rotten. They were rotten, y'all. And I would come home with like a black eye, 3 new swear words, and 75 cents. That's what they paid back then in South Carolina. It's 50 cents an hour. Meanwhile, Susie Ackerman gets all the nice kids, even though she drops baby on their head. Her last name starts with A. I would much rather, y'all, there's no contest. When I was a teenager, I would have much rather been cutting grass than babysitting. Because babysitting is 50 cents an hour. And again, you're getting your hair pulled, you get screamed at, you're listening to wah, 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 and then cutting grass, $10 for 1 hour, and all you're listening to is I mean, the roar of a lawnmower compared to wah, wah, wah is like, it's like Enya. It drowns all that out. But no Southern self-respecting man is going to hire a 16-year-old girl to cut the grass. So I was stuck with all the worst kids because of all sorts of discrimination, the worst of them being alphabetical. Yeah, the guys were just like, you're not cutting my grass. Listen, squarehead. Just go keep that baby dropping on the head tradition going. So, I think, I couldn't, in school, I couldn't do multiplication. I couldn't do alphabetization. I couldn't do long division. But I don't think I was ADHD. I think I had dough. Dropped on head syndrome. I go down to the kitchen. I'm like, why am I down here? Dough. The thing. I have dough syndrome. So I'm not crazy. I've decided I'm just going to diagnose myself because who knows me better than me. And who could be less qualified or less objective to say that I am not crazy, and I don't care if I was supposed to melt. I'm just going to go on. I'm not crazy, because that's what's on my mind today. So I guess it's kind of a melting about being crazy. How's that? It's a mashup.
Yay.
Anyway, thanks for listening to my ramblings and having me on the show, y'all.
Yay!
I heard 85% of that.
That's fantastic.
I heard 85% of that.
Oh, I thought you said you enjoyed 85% of that.
I enjoyed all 85% I saw. I thought that was great.
And I found all of it 85% excellent.
Now, I wasn't dropped on my head. My dad would put me on his shoulders and walk under low things.
Oh, got rid of your frontal lobe for you.
The flat front is what I've got.
And by the way, I get that you thought that mowing lawns would be easier than babysitting, but obviously you never mowed a lawn for a suburban family that didn't care whether you were killing yourself as an undersized 10-year-old trying to mow their acre and a half. So
I did mow my parents' front yard, which was full of rocks.
all right.
Rocks that shot out from under the lawnmower on a regular basis. I mowed that.
Plus, I was dropped on my head as an adult.
It was easy to mow.
It's much worse getting dropped on your head as an adult, I would like to point out.
That's true.
Happened to me twice.
Oh.
Yeah, not good. Not good. All right, thank you, Carla Albrecht.
Hey, Carla.
Yay!
Where are you going? Where are you working?
I just did the Bay Street Theater on Long Island last weekend, and this weekend I'm doing Comedy in Harlem. That's the name of the club, Comedy in Harlem.
Is it in Harlem?
It is.
That's
weird, right?
Wow. Pretty
odd. Wow, that's a great trip. That's fantastic. I want to work there.
Well, I'll hook you up.
Tell me who books it. I want to do, and I want to do it in June.
Okay.
Is it a Tuesday?
I think it's every night of the week. It's an owner-operated small club.
Oh, I want to, because I'll be in a kid that my daughter went to school with is making his Broadway debut.
Don't mind us, y'all.
And so I want to do it. Okay, tell me. Okay, thanks. Yay.
Thanks, Carla. You rock.
Yay. Oh, you got rid of her. Good way.
Speaking of rocking, look who we got here. Oh my God, it's Sulu.
It's Sulu.
Hi.
Sulu. So nice. Everybody's hair looks fabulous tonight. It's crazy. Making Bob very insecure. Well, Sulu, you know the drill around here. You're going to do us an amazingly funny song, and then I have to answer it somehow with a song, and then you'll do another song. After we do this, here it comes. Any second.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
That sounded weird.
Well, a lot of things have been annoying me over the past month. One had to do, a lot of you know, a couple weeks ago at MarsCon, I was stuck in an elevator for over an hour and no one came to save me for a while. And so anyway, the first song I'm doing is actually a parody of a parody done by Mr. Steve Goodie and Carla when they were married in 2016 and they had a daughter. I think you might remember a daughter, and Steve, he was the overprotective father, and Carla was the mother, the liberal mother. So I got an idea.
No.
Do a parody of a parody. I just love that song, the original by Petula Clark, but it got me an idea about things that are annoying. Of course, I call this Loud Sounds, a parody of Downtown, okay? You're on a plane, you want to sleep and refrain from hearing too much noise. Loud sounds, babies a scream and children fighting like demons. Parents won't crack down on their loud sounds. Pilots on the PA screaming, keep your seatbelts fastened. Teeny bumpers without earphones with punk rock a blasting. All these around. I picked a seat in the rear, in the back of the plane, but I am jinxed cause I hear everyone say, cause those damn loud sound. I will not get no sleep. Loud sounds, blasting my counts of sheep. Loud sound, can someone mute those creeps? Loud sounds, wow, 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 wow. Loud sounds. Houses have charm until you add smoke alarms, and smoke can make them squeak. Loud sounds, don't burn your pan by burning eggs cooked with spam. Smoke makes the kitchen reek. With loud sounds, I couldn't turn them off. The squeaking deafened me and hands. 20 firemen came and I was charged with negligence. What did you say? My ears all ring like a bell. Need a professional cook or I am going to hell from those loud sounds. Smoke alarms ring-a-ling. Loud sounds from food that I am burning. Loud sounds, cooking is out. Just eat fruit and cheese and order takeout. My neighbor hired mariachis while on his hibachi grilled tamale pie, making loud gross sounds, and chicken fajitas while they drink margaritas and scream, ay, 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 ay. Get down. Blasting music every night's a wild and crazy party. Going on past 2 a.m. and eating, drinking real hearty. I cannot sleep. Soon I must get up for work. Too bad I must call the cops because my neighbor's a jerk with his loud sounds. Party or scream, woohoo! Loud sounds. Stop cause it's after 2. Loud sounds. What am I gonna do? Loud sounds. Ay, 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 ay. Loud sounds. I sort of stole part of this from Shauna and Carla. Farting and snoring. You just might try ignoring when it's your love true. Loud sounds. Hard to explain. These sounds are really a pain when they're offending you. Loud sounds. Well, you can get a CPAP and a cone. That's a fart muter. Wearing defense diapers with a cone hooked to the tutor. Sleep safe and sound. Those things may just all work best, or I'll be pulling my hair out, cause I need a rest from those loud sounds. Mute the farts and the snores. Loud sounds. Wish they go out the door. Loud sounds. My eardrums both are sore. Loud sounds. Wah, 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 wah. Loud sounds. Loud sounds. Ay, 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 ay. Loud sounds. Woohoo! Loud sounds. Loud sounds.
Loud sounds. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Wow.
Sulu, you said that was a parody of a parody?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't discuss what she's parodying because it's very, very filthy.
You'll figure it out.
One of them is obvious, but I was just curious what the other one was.
Well, we'll let you know later. It's so filthy. It's wrong. It's just bad. It's very, very bad. Hi. Well, Sulu, that was tremendous, and it was a brand new song. And I'm not only going to answer your song, but mine is also brand new. Mine was written 6 days ago. I did my little show, Al the Weird Tribute, and how Danny Radcliffe got mixed up in this nonsense here in Nashville last Tuesday, the 11th. And guess who showed up? Marlon Hargis, original band member and keyboard player for Exile. Everybody remember the band Exile?
Oh, yeah.
Kiss you all over.
That's the one.
Weird.
Well, Marlon was there, and I had to parody his song so I could embarrass myself and him. So here's what I came up with. And this connects to Sulu's song because you mentioned seatbelts in cars. So. Went to the West Coast on a red-eye flight so I could be on The Price is Right. Want to win some stuff, maybe a brand new car. This was before Drew Carey. This was Bob Barker. I spun that great big wheel back in the 70s when big old cars got 4 MPGs. I love it. Power steering. Whoa. I want a Chrysler Cordoba with a guzzler engine. I want a Chrysler Cordoba Price is Right, let me win. And the leather, it's Corinthian. No AC, no heating, no airbags, no seatbelts, baby. Ricardo Montalban, he's in the Wrath of Khan, baby. It's so stupid. That's enough. All right, that's gonna be on the new album. Hooray! If you'd like to hear the whole thing, get the album. It'll be available on my website. Like, who knows? Probably within the next 2 years. All right, another song from Tulu.
Okay. Well, there's about 6 or 7 people in the audience that know what I was going through at the Hilton, and it made me so mad. And they didn't really comp me that well, but I'm a Hilton Honors member,
Hey,
so
come in.
right
Thank
now they're
you.
in the process. So anyway, I wrote. It was Jeff Morris's idea that I rewrite "Locked in the Closet," but I don't know where he is. But I didn't. I did one better. I took Irving Berlin, who we share the same music lawyer, and years ago he didn't like parodies, but too bad, he's dead now. So I wrote this. I wrote this song called "Being Stuck's the Pits." When your elevator stuck, the first thing that you say is fudge. The second is shit. Being stuck's the pits. Texted Steve and texted Chuck, and in between I just said F. It was the shits. Being stuck's the pits. Texted Carla, even Kevin Conley. As a former teacher, should act calmly. I wanted my mama lead. Dr. Pepper gave me sips, and I munched a bunch of cool sun chips. It burned my lips. Being stuck's the pits. Well, I rang that bell alarm real loud. I hoped it would alert the crowd, but it looks like they didn't hear me scream, "Get me out of here!" Wish for Kansas like Dog Toto. Should have sent them my nude photo. That was from Jeff Bodart. But my pet brain did freeze. Prayed and I dropped to my knees. The front desk was so busy. Well, lucky I didn't have to pee or even shits. Being stuck's the pits. Bum, bum, bum. The front desk said, "Hold on, I did lose it." They said, "Won't be long," and had me listen to elevator music. Steve kept checking how I done. Said, "Don't feel guilt, Sulu, call 911. That's what I did. Being stuck
I can't tell if that's a woman with him or not.
Soon repairman did arrive after the fire department said, "Lady, glad that you're alive." They're still waiting for the part. Lucky that I didn't fart. That's Shauna's line. Okay. They said they call me back. That's when my cell phone turned to black. Ding dong, that is me. Forgot to charge my cell battery. The firemen did all arrive, and lucky got me out alive. Still have my wits. Being stuck's the pits. Being stuck inside an elevator is the dark side of the force, like being captured by Darth Vader. So next time you scared like me, stay clear of elevator 3, 'cause it's the shits. Being stuck's the pits. Bum, bum. Being stuck's the pits. Being stuck's the pits. Being stuck's the pits.
Funny and accurate. I can vouch for every bit of that song. Absolutely right. Well done, Sulu. Thank you very much.
I asked Brad if they have elevators and ships.
Pretty sure they do.
Hey, not to stop everybody, but here's my dinner. It
That's
showed up.
very exciting.
It's a very Colombian coconut rice with shrimp.
It's shaped like a fish.
Oh, dude, I'm allergic. Too close.
Oh, sorry. and a nice fish soup, also a nice fish soup.
Real nice.
All right, back to Sulu. Hey, Sulu, that was great. Where
Okay.
can we hear you performing in the near future or anywhere online or in real life?
Okay, well, my son has a show. I passed the auditions. I probably will be heard on Movement 94.7, they have 60 radio stations across the country, probably in May as a guest
Excellent.
thing or so, and then maybe another place later, and I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay.
Sulu, did you say 94.7?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's 92.5. Sorry, that was KMET.
That was KMET,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got all the facts.
The competition. That's great. Mention the competition.
And don't forget to mention all the traffic on the 7s and the weather on the 9s. Thank you,
Yes,
Sue.
that's right. And mention the DJ that's in his spot on that channel.
Here in downtown Los Angeles.
That's right. Hey, guess what? It's time for this because
Steve's
Chad wasn't
juggling.
going to be here. I was going to do it for an hour.
Hey, I'm trying. Let's see how many balls he drops today.
Hey, pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, that was better than we expected.
That wasn't bad at all.
No, you're getting better.
You know who can really juggle?
Yeah, I
Joey
do
Maxwell.
know. Yes, it is true. Hi, Dobie Maxwell.
Hey, great to be back. Thank you for having me. This is a big time in my life. You had me on. Brad asked me at my birthday week. It's March 14th, the day before the Ides of March. Billy Crystal, Albert Einstein's birthday.
That's right.
Happy Pi Day to you.
Thank you. Pi Day. It is Pi Day. I'm trying to change my life around, and I'm getting older as we all are.
Yeah.
And I joined a singles.
Oh, hang on.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
You got an intro before you start the set.
Oh, I apologize. It's a professional show. I'm sorry.
He's such a professional. He just jumps right in. You do this thing, and then you do
What,
10
you think
minutes.
we're
of
going to
awesome-
sit here and stare at you the whole time?
I don't want you to do that. I don't want to put that through anybody.
You do. We'll do the intro. You do 10 minutes of awesome stand-up, and then we'll tell you how amazing you are. So here we go.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
Dobie Maxwell.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. It's great. I said it was my birthday, and I had a big thing. I joined a singles dating site. I never did it before. Carbon dating. That's for older people. You know, getting up there. Thank you. That's one I wanted to zing. I zung you on birthday week. Did you know this? I had no idea. But the day you are most likely to die is your birthday. Don't know if you knew that, but it is
not know that.
true. Yeah, and it's like, so you do anything you want to eat, horrible foods and anything, but why are you eating a tarred and feathered roadkill? Hey, it's my birthday, and it just is automatically opened door. Oh, okay, it's his birthday. Don't even worry about it. Can do that. This is a true story. A couple of years ago on my birthday, Pi Day, March 14th, I went to Denny's for my free meal. It was closed for repairs. It's a true story, and I'm thinking, I wish I could have taken a picture of that, because I'm trying to change my life, and I'm coming out about things that I never talked about on stage before, and on the virtual comedy show I'm doing it tonight. I have an addiction, and a lot of people have things like drugs and sexual addiction or alcohol. I don't have any of those. I'm addicted to sports. And I think it's something that people love or they don't. I don't know how you are if you're watching or listening anywhere you are. But when I was a kid, I was the only person other than my grandfather who raised me that liked sports. I have siblings. I didn't live with them, but my grandmother surely hated sports, and I didn't know what to think. But my grandpa was the only cool person in my life, so if he liked sports, I thought it was good enough for me. And I don't know how you get you were open to it, but to me, I had to watch TV football with my grandfather. I grew up in Wisconsin. I don't know if you've been around in the 70s. Nothing was in the living room. My grandmother was German, a total neat freak. She was ready for the pandemic in 1973 because everything had saran wrap on it. You couldn't sit on any of the couches. Everything was in the basement. She cooked in the basement. We ate in the basement. We slept in the basement. It was so to make a long story longer, like I usually do, we had a black and white television, and my grandpa would watch the Green Bay Packers. That was G for Jesus, the G on the side, and he would yell and scream at the television. And I, as a 7-year-old youngster, even at that time, thinking, Gramps, they can't hear you. You are yelling at the television. And he was normally a pretty docile guy, but his veins popping out of his neck, and he's yelling and screaming. I'm thinking, what could possibly make somebody react like that? And just like I hear heroin addiction is, the first high is wonderful, and the addicts spend the rest of their lives chasing that one first high, but they never catch it. And I think the same is true in sports. If you are a sports addict, it just gets in you, gets in your blood. I'm thinking, okay, your team wins. That's the shot of heroin. Okay, the Packers won. They beat the lowly Chicago Bears. And right. And now we're champion. And you go to school and the Packers won. I'm wearing my G Packer hat on here because it's a gang. What it is, the NFL it's a drug and it's a gang. Baskin Robbins has 31 flavors of ice cream. The NFL has 32 teams. It is they get you. They don't care if you're wearing a Saints jacket, a Rams jacket, a Packers hat. You bought it from them. It's the NFL is a cartel. Of addicts. There are millions. They bet on it. There is fantasy football. The only time heterosexual males care about clothing is sports uniforms. That is it. Oh, hey, look, the team got a new stripe. I have to buy that $379 jersey. It's a shirt. I'm wearing a hoodie right now. If I walk into Walmart or Sam's Club or Costco and I need a hoodie, I can buy one for about $17 to $25. A nice new one. It's great. It's got a logo on it, $65 to $95 because it's got that logo. It's the gang symbol, man. I'm flashing gang signs. I got my G. Now, I don't know if you knew this. I did some research before I did the show because I never talked about this on stage before. Almost 40 years, I'm thinking, okay, it was an addiction that I kept quiet. And I would see people off stage and I'd be wearing my Packer stuff, especially in Las Vegas. That's the place where you got to wear your team colors because everybody comes up to you. Oh, are you from Wisconsin? I see your G shirt. Yeah. And the reason they come up to me is they think I'm from Wisconsin. I know where all the good buffets are in Vegas because I do. That's the way it works. But did you know this? The Major League Baseball, that's it. I'm coming. Somebody said that's it. Major League Baseball. Do you know what the minimum salary is? Anybody take a guess for a total rookie coming up? The least you can make as a Major League Baseball player.
$125,000.
$760,000. Oh my God. We all know comedy pays that. Now, second place, the NFL football, they play 17 games up from 16. The 2025 minimum salary, again, for a rookie, they're the lowest you can make, and 95% of the players make more than that. $840,000. $840,000.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. And the NBA, which plays 82 games, there's only 15 players on a team. Baseball has 25. NFL has 53. So basketball, 82 games, $1,157,153. So I'm thinking all you want to do is play one season, and it's like goodbye. It's like I look halfway decent in shorts as Geezerhood approaches. I can wear them one more year. I'll get some tats. I'll get my hair in cornrows. I'll play 1 year. Goodbye. You will never see me again. So I was a fan. I wanted to be in sports when I was a kid, and like I think everybody does. People want to be a comedian, an astronaut, a ballerina, and I wanted to be a sports player. The closest I ever got, I was a vendor at County Stadium in Milwaukee. And you know, Milwaukee is the beer city, and if you're not selling beer as a vendor at County Stadium, you are not making any money. When I was in high school, so what did they give me? Popcorn. Okay, opening day, it's 31 degrees. There's no roof, half raining, half snowing, sleeting. People are, hey, where's the beer guy? And I got my popcorn, and I don't care. Nobody with a sales pitch could sell that. So the second day, I come back and say, okay, there's 50,000 there the first game. The second game, there's 500. Same amount of vendors. Oh, okay, so I got my sales pitch. I'm yelling at trying to sell something like 3-bean salad. Head cheese, term life insurance cheap, 1983 Cordoba low miles runs good. That's funny that you bring that up, Steve. I did have a Cordoba when I started out in comedy, and those were nice, comfortable leather seats to sit and wait for the tow truck to come get you. That is it. So that is my look at sports. I think I'm around 10 minutes. I don't want to go too long. I'm just being entertained. So I think I'm going to land the mothership right there, if that's cool with you, and we'll have a discussion if you like.
Very nice.
Thank you. Appreciate you always.
Thank you, Dopey Maxwell.
Thank you guys for having me.
I wish I liked sports growing. I was never a sports guy. I would pretend because people call you bad names if you didn't know sports, you know, where I was.
Sure. Yeah.
But I wish I did. Because
no, it's amazing. It's an addiction. You either have it or you don't. I wish I wouldn't have that hard drive in my head space filled with, I can name you every, pitcher from 1972. I can't name you 3 Supreme Court justices.
Worst time of my life. Saturday mornings watching cartoons, and then baseball would come on, or sports.
Time to go out and play.
More cartoons. So
I respect you. No, it's
So,
other people,
Dobie,
they love it
what's
or
your
they don't.
podcast? What are you doing?
It's called Put Your Funny Where Your Mouth Is. It's my partner Vince Carone. I taught comedy classes at Zany's in Chicago for 25 years. He took my class in 2002. He's doing very well. He's got a special coming up to be filmed at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in the MGM Grand Hotel. So we're 20 whatever years apart. He's my comedy son. So we talk about the nuts and bolts behind the scene, on stage and off. We all make mistakes, and it's just hopefully for new comedians and people that want to hear behind the scenes what it's like. So we'll definitely plug your show because I love what you guys are doing.
This is one of the best mistakes a new comic.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I
want to talk about mistakes. We're it.
Well, I don't have to go to Cartagena for shrimp and rice,
You don't have to go
man.
to Hey,
No,
this coconut rice is really good.
I bet it is. It's rice teroni, the Cartagena treat.
Yes, that's right.
See, that was not sports related. That was
That's not sports related at all.
That was fantastic.
All right, Dobie Maxwell, everybody.
Hey, Dobie Maxwell.
Thank you.
Okay, are you doing a thing?
I'm doing a thing. Here it comes. Any second now. Here it is.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
All right, it's St. Patrick's Day, and nobody has done anything more than just kind of mention that it's St. Patrick's Day. It's time to do something. Something for real. This is because I used to be in a band called the Nudniks, and we would ask each other, so what's your favorite Jewish holiday? And invariably it would be St. Patrick's Day. And here's why. When I was just a little lad, me mother asked of me, what do you want, me darling boy? What do you want to be? A doctor, a lawyer, some kind of PhD. But I said, sorry, mama, mine is a fakakta of destiny. I want to be Irish, Irish, Irish. I want to get lucky in a pub by the sea. I'll be an O'Brien, O'Grady, O'Veasmere. I want to be Irish, Irish, Irish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee. Now everybody jig at your chair. We're getting jiggy with it, or we're getting yiddy with it. Either way. So I sailed away to Ireland and broke me mother's heart. There I shed me former self and made a brand new start. Me friends all call me Seamus, sweet Molly calls me dear. And as we walked on down the aisle, I heard her whisper in me ear, I want to be Jewish, Jewish, what? I want to read Talmud on Christmas Eve. No. I want to eat lots of matzah and white fish. I want to be Jewish, Jewish, Jewish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee. More chair jigging. What'll I tell me mother? What'll I tell me priest? So we flew back to America where Mama welcomed us. She hugged my darling Molly saying, you'll convoy, I trust. Molly said, yes, Mama, I already did. Mama said, my dear, that's wonderful, but what about the kids? They're gonna be Jewish and Irish and Jewish. Manischewitz and Guinness equally. With names like Abraham, O'Flanahan, McGee, Berg. They're gonna be Jewish, Irish, Jewish, Irish, Irish, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, just as Jewish, Irish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee. Hey!
Hey!
Yeah.
So that was fun. And now, Brad, I think it's time to beg for money. Is that right?
Let's do it.
Is that where we're at?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this thing then, because that would make sense.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
Hey, I flew to a country in South America. Went through the fastest cavity search ever in immigration. Got to the hotel to do this show. You can go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to comedians. And we can use that money to give Dobie a new team. What other team you like, Dobie? Where's your other team?
The Milwaukee Brewers.
Okay, we're gonna get him. Well, it's all Wisconsin still. We're gonna move him out.
That's where I'm from.
Can we merge the Bruins with the Bruins? The Brewers with the Bruins somehow. Nah.
Sure.
We're going to give that money to Dobie and get him an apartment somewhere else other than there. We're also going to take that money and we're going to give it to Sulu and she'll never have to get another elevator. It'll be fantastic. We'll get it. she'll get an elevator lock pick kit is what it means. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com and we'll give that money to Carla to get to Harlem on Saturday and be in the show. She needs to. We got to take that New Jersey train. What do you take? How do you get there, Carla?
I'm driving because I have the guitar.
Oh, you're driving to Harlem. How much that cost to drive? You got to drive in the city, don't you?
I think I can. I just try to GPS and turn off my brain. I don't really know.
Okay. Well, donate to the show because we're never going to see Carla again. Virtualcomedyshow.com because we'll use the money to send out a search party when Carla ends up way in the Bronx and doesn't know where. So, okay. Go ahead. Finish it up. Let's get out of here.
Okay, time for the worst joke of the week.
Hey, that was virtual.
Crap. I forgot to do that thing. I forgot to load that up.
That
was the worst joke ever. Go ahead.
No, that was it, huh? You forgot. Wow. What happened? Because it was connected to me not being here?
I don't know.
Worst
that's
joke.
probably it.
Worst joke. Worst joke. That was the worst joke ever.
You guys don't even need me.
Hiss bassist Gene Simmons is taking flack for charging a fan $12,000 to be his assistant for one day on his 2025 solo tour. It's a contest, and one lucky person will pay $12,000. They'll get to have a meal with Gene. They'll get a bass that is used by the rocker, and for another $2,500, you get the tongue.
I'm grossed out. Good night, everybody.
Comedy show.